Hey guys, welcome back. So guys, in this video we are going to start with the image CRUD in Laravel 8. So guys, let's get started. So as first you need a fresh application to get started with it, and here guys in my env.env file I have set up with the database called Laravel for begin. And yep guys, so let's close and let's start with the image CRUD application. So guys, first start your terminal and create a model and migration table for students. So let's give PHP artisan make model, where my model name will be student hyphen m. So this hyphen m will provide your migration tables with the model. So let's hit enter. You can see model created successfully and created migration also for this students table. So guys, now let's check inside our app model. You can find that student model just we created now, and let's check our database, table. So let's go to database migration. This is the last table which we have created called students. Done. So guys, now let's keep all the fields which we required over here. So let me just close this terminal and let's add the fields which we required. So I'm going to add the student name, the email, his course, and then the image or profile, you can tell. So this will be the profile of the user. We'll keep profile image so we can understand very clearly. And now guys, let us migrate this table into our database. So before migrating, let's call this table into our model, student model. So let's type protected $table is equal to single quotes, paste the code. This is your table name. And now guys, I want to call all the fields also. So let's call that fields protected $fillable is equal to, inside array format you are going to call all the fields. So this name, next was email, and other was pass source, course, profile image. So let's type that profile image. Done. And now let's migrate this table into our database. So my database over here, Laravel for beginners, and there is no student table. Let's migrate this. Control tilde symbol, PHP artisan migrate, hit enter. So migrating and migrated, table is migrated guys. And now let's check in our DB, refresh. You can see that students table is created. Cool. So now let's get back. Let's close everything. As simple guys. Now let's create one controller for the student. PHP artisan make controller called student controller. Hit enter. So controller created successfully. Let's kill this terminal and go to apps http controller, where you can find your student controller. Perfect. So now guys, let's create a route and use this controller. Let's go to route web.php. Let's begin over here. Let's remove everything and start the code guys for this student image CRUD. Okay, so let's use route get function, where I'm going to create the path called students. Let's copy this and go back to your controller called student controller class, comma, and then inside single quotes you are going to your index function. So let's create a controller. So if you're using controller in your web.php, please import the path of it. So as I have imported over here, let's go to student controller and create a function. Public function name index. And guys, over here let's create a call the page. So inside my students folder, index blade file. Go create a folder for student. Let's move to resource, views. Inside views, folder called student, and inside the student I want a file with the name index.blade.php. As simple. Now extend your layouts, guys. So extend layouts.app, and after that add section, content, and end section. As simple. So we are using Bootstrap 5 to design the user interface. Let's container row column md12, where I want a card header. Inside card header, Laravel 8 image CRUD. Okay, and one a tag, add student, create a class, button primary, float end. Okay, so guys, now let's see this output first. For this, let me create that card body also, save, and now let's get back and call the path students. Cool. So this was the output which we have created by this route students, and we are on this index page. So now guys, let's create one URL called URL add -student. So let's copy this and create a route for this first. Route : get function, same as above. So let's copy this controller because we are going to work on the same controller, and make this to create. Done. So let's get back to our controller and create one function with the name create. So let's copy this, paste, and rename this index to create. And over here we are going to change the file name as create. Okay, so copy this create and create a file inside your, let's create create.blade.php file. Done. So guys, now let me copy the same index code design and paste in create file, and over here we will change the title as add student with image. Okay, this will be the back button. Let's make it students. As simple. Give this as danger. And now guys, here you need to design the form. So let's start with the form, where the method is equal to post and form group margin bottom 3 input dot form control label. So label all the fields. What are the fields we required? As you can see in our database, we need name, email, course, and profile image. So let's give student name. Let me copy this, paste. As simple. Now guys, next will be your email. So first we require to give that name value name. Next is email. Name is equal to email, and then course name is equal to course, and then final, which is that input type file, that will name will be as profile image. Okay, done. And now when you are passing this input type file, you need to pass one enc type is equal to multipart form data. If you don't send this, it's waste of adding this input type file. Okay, so let's add form group margin bottom 3 and a simple button, and give save student, and let's give this button type as submit, and let's design this button primary, And now guys, let's check the output for this. Let's come. So what URL you need to give, which we have created as add student. Let's copy, paste, enter. Perfect. So add student with the name, email, course and student over here, and save button. So guys, now let's write the code to save the data and with the image. So let's get back on the create blade file, student profile image. Let's create a route on this action. So I'm going to create a same route guys. Which route? The same URL path. So let's copy this and paste over here, and let's create again one route with the post method. Route colon post of add student. So Laravel is enough smart to understand which is the get request and which is the post request. So guys, let's copy the controller and let's create a store function inside your student controller. Give comma over here, save, and let's move to our student controller and create one function with the name student store. So let's copy this and paste, rename with this create to store. So guys, we are accepting data from the input box. You need to call a request $request. Done. And now let's create a variable called student is equal to new with the model name student. Hit enter. And yep guys, so if you're using model, please import the class at the top, and then let's carry this student variable with the column name. So my database column name, you can see name, pass that name is equal to $request of your input fields. So what's the input field? You can take from the create file called name. Okay, so in this format only you have to call all the 4 fields. So next was email, so same from the input field also, then course, the course also, and the profile image. Let's copy and paste, and this input field profile name, copy and paste over here. Done. So we have to store the image, right? So for that case we don't require this, and we will use in some other format. So guys, we have to give if condition where if $request of what? This. Okay, so let's control X, $request of from input to has file. You have to check if it is having, then you have to check with $file is equal to $request of your file. So what is that file called? Profile image. Let's copy that and take the extensions from this $extension is equal to $file of get client original extension. Done. And now let's create a file name is equal to with the time function dot in single quotes between that dot add, and then concatenate with this extension. Copy and paste. And now guys, you need to move the file. So $file move function, where the path will be uploads / your students / and then give comma, not dot, it's a comma, and then give the file name to, let's make this correct spelling, file name, copy and paste file name, and then after this I want to store that data. So let's call the student variable student of your profile image column, that same file name. Okay, copy and paste. That's it. So this is how we are going to store the image, and then guys, we need to save the data using save function. and after this I want to return and redirect back to the same page after saving the record with the status, and the message will be student image added successfully. So guys, let's check this path once. Uploads called and the students folder. So inside public there's a uploads folder, and inside that students folder. Perfect. So everything is available. Now guys, let's go back to show the message on your create file. So let's get back on the top, use if condition, session of your status, and use headsick.alert success, open curly close curly braces, and then session of status. So guys, now everything is set, and let's test it. Let's get back, refresh. So once you are going to submit, you need to check the CSRF token. Let's get back over here. Please add that CSRF field. CSRF, without this form CSRF token, it doesn't accept the submission. So let's refresh guys, and now let's add Om Prakash, om@gmail.com, course is BCA, image we want to take as, I will take this dummy image as casual shirt. Let's open. Now let's try to save it. Save. Perfect. So student image added successfully. Cool guys. So now let's see that image is added, inserted or not. So let's get back to our folder. Inside public uploads, we have created the student folder. We can find that student image. Cool. And let's see in the database that record has stored or not. Perfect. So you can see that record also is stored and the image also is stored. So let's add second varun@gmail.com BCA. Let's add another image with formal shirt. Save student. Perfect. Again, student added successfully. Let's refresh. The message has gone, and you can see in this folder 2 images are there and with the 2 records. Cool. So guys, let's see in next video how to fetch these records in HTML table view. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like and share.